I have a question on gun control. You raised two main points. Firstly, that it's impractical and ineffective to take guns away from a society like the US, which already has guns. And secondly, that you have an ideological belief in the right to bear arms. Does the second point fully justify a lack of gun control? And to give an example, would you recommend that the UK adopt a Second Amendment in order to satisfy the right to bear arms? Or would you think that once you've rid a society of guns, that it's good to keep it that way?
So I think it depends on the threat level to the society and the level of societal fragmentation. Mm-hmm. So I think that the answer is that I do believe ideologically in the right to bear arms to protect yourself. However, I think that the right to bear arms does not include owning nuclear weapons, for example. Right? So in my situation, I also believe that threat levels are different to different populations. And so it depends who you are in society. It depends how well the society can protect you. And it depends on the possibility of a government going truly tyrannical and violating your core rights. And so that's not going to be the same between every society. So, I'm hesitant always to speak on foreign countries because I know way less about them. I know way less about Britain, as I've said, than virtually anybody in the room. But when it comes to the idea, if you have a functional system, I'm very hesitant to tamper with functional systems as a general rule.
And do you believe the UK is a functional system in terms of gun control?
I think that the UK is. I would have to look at the murder rates, and I would have to look at where the crime is located, and I have to look at
the US.
I'm going to beg off for lack of data. Before I start making policy recommendations in the UK and running for parliament, I feel like I should know a little bit more about your country. I can't even spell correctly here.